welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you guys so much for 600 subscribers. It is honestly unbelievable just how far I've come, and you guys have given me so much love. It really does mean so much to me, so thank you guys so much. But anyways, this is not just any normal video. Today I'm going to be doing an old sketchbook tour. So I want to start off by saying that I am sorry if the lighting is a little bit bad because it is very cloudy today. I've been trying to film this video for the past few days and have ran out of time, and today I finally have time, so I'm just gonna have to deal with the slightly not perfect lighting. But anyways, this is the cover of my sketchbook. This sketchbook of mine I started sometime in probably late 2019, and you can see that this cover looks a little crazy. That is because I use this cover for swatching colors. Do not ask why, but for some reason over the years I have decided that this is the perfect place to test colors to see how they look. So yeah, it looks like that. Also, the binding ripped and it broke, so my dad put duct tape on the sketchbook so that it wouldn't fall apart. So it looks a little bit interesting, but the drawings inside will be even more interesting. So let's go and check it out. Okay, so here is the very first page. This is my original character, Ariana, and I had the idea to give her like this dog hoodie, which this dog hoodie definitely looks quite awful, but I thought that it looked pretty good. I was pretty happy with this drawing. And by the way, the reason I have these little white tabs, you'll see them at the edge of every drawing, is because I wrote my name in my sketchbook, but I'm not actually allowed to show my name online, so I have to cover it up. But anyways, this is the picture, and my art looks like this at the time, and I had very questionable proportions, and my art style was very strange, but I was doing my best, so yeah. Alright, so this is the next page, and it is Sailor Moon, so I drew Usagi and Chibiusa and Luna and Artemis, and also a little Diana down here. Diana is looking very interesting. They actually are all looking very interesting. You could see the way that I drew hands. For Chibiusa, I kind of just did this like little claw thing, and then there's this, whatever that's supposed to be. The way that Usagi is holding this is so interesting. I don't know what's going on. I thought it was such a cute idea to add Luna like sitting on the words, and I also have Artemis just jumping over here. I really liked Sailor Moon at the time, and I made a lot of fan art for it, so you're going to be seeing that quite a few times in the sketchbook for a little while. Alright, and then the next drawing, I decided to draw the inner senshi as if they were like fall themes for some reason. I thought this was a genius idea, and I was looking up online and I couldn't believe that nobody had ever done it before. So I do not like the color scheme I did for Jupiter. I don't know why I decided to do like this gray hair and like blue color. I don't know what was going on. I'm trying to think of which one looks the best. I guess Usagi. I think I really came up with this idea because I thought that I could make her like pumpkin colored, but I feel like this was a missed opportunity to make one of these like apple themes. I feel like I should have done that to Mars, and also Mars's face. I don't know if I can get it clear, but it is very interesting. She just kind of has her mouth wide open. It just looks so weird. But I was doing my best. Okay, but now let's go to the next page. This was an idea for a original character, Sailor Moon girl. Like, she was my own made-up character that was supposed to be in the Sailor Moon universe, but it kind of got stained, so you can't see the drawing very well. That was my attempt, and then I made this Pushian little comic. So it's what to pick in the fall. Pick apples, pick pumpkins, pick corn, and pick out the veggies from every meal. I thought this was the most genius and hilarious comic ever, so you're welcome. And then I made this idea for my original character, like Sailor Moon design, and I hated this, so I put a giant X over it and then circled the things I did like about it. But then here's how the design turned out when I actually was happy with it. So this is a design for my Sailor Moon original character, Sailor Nebula. And here is a better drawing I did of her. So I made 10 of these like Sailor Moon comics, which I didn't make them in my sketchbook, but yeah, I made a lot of these, and this was my original character that I had for it. So anyways, let's move on to the next page. So these are characters for my one manga I was making with my OC Mio, but back when she was very different. And this was 2 ideas for villains. So Bejeweled Fancy, I think is what I wrote there, and then Punk Rock. I think I ended up going with Bejeweled Fancy because, I mean, look at Punk Rock. It looks like she has mud all over her. I don't even know what it's supposed to look like, but this one looks okay. But again, look at the way I drew hands. So if they were like balled up, I would just do these little specks, and then look at this. What is this? Is this a hand or is it chicken wings? I don't know. Okay, but then I drew this Pushian mermaid fan art because I was really into Pushian at the time. So this is what I did. You will see a lot of random things that I made fan art of because I feel like most of what I drew for a while in the sketchbook was definitely fan art. The next picture, and we have this, which I know it's hard to see because I drew really lightly, but it's a girl like running in the field making a peace sign. But this is how I drew the peace sign. So this is what I drew it like, but tell me, does that really look like a peace sign to you? No, it doesn't. I don't know what that is. And then I drew this idea for a magical girl outfit for my original character, Mio. She's not a magical girl anymore, she just likes to read manga, but at the time she was a magical girl, so this was an idea of her outfit. Then I did this finished picture of a girl like making paint, like making color, and then coloring the world. But I hated the way it turned out because the way I scribbled the colors, and I honestly do think it looks really bad. But it looks really bad not just because of the way I scribbled the colors, but also because of the original drawing here. Like, look at the way that this one eye looks. It just looks very, very creepy. Like, I don't know what's going on with her. Spiky hair. This is supposed to be headphones. Her body overall just makes no sense. And this arm is just weirdly too short. It's just, I don't know what's going on with the picture. It's very unique. And then this one is actually fan art for Star Darling. So I like this character named Scarlet. It's called Stealing Starlight, where she falls in love with this boy. And she's an alien, by the way. And she falls in love with this boy from Earth. It's really complicated. Just, I guess, read it if you really want to understand. But anyways, she likes drumming, and she's like going to this place and she might play the instrument there or something. And there was a scene in the book and I wanted to draw it, so I had her holding the drumsticks. And again, this hand is very unique. And so yeah, let's just move on. Okay, then I drew Chi from Chi Sweet Home, and I thought that this was an absolutely perfect recreation of the front cover of the book. Actually, maybe I can get the book right now. Let me go show you. All right here. I mean, it's not awful, but it's not exactly good, but I did my best. Okay, and then I was starting on this drawing of an anime character, but I never finished it. And I'm not going to tell you what the character was, because now it is up to you to guess. If you can guess what anime character I was trying to draw based on these shapes, then you get 1 million cookies and this cinnamon roll. Virtually, you get to own it for 1 week, okay? So, yeah. See if you can guess. Okay, next, this drawing of a girl, again doing a peace sign, butterfly. Yeah. And then I had this thing for schoolwork. I had to draw what my dream house was. And apparently, this is my dream house. So at the time, I also really like cherry blossoms. So I made the idea of a Sakura style house. And this is just terrible. I don't want to live here. I really don't want to live here. I mean, just the way the colors and the combination of things are. Also, like, you know, this railing that is super lopsided, it doesn't look safe. I don't want to live in a house that looks like this. Do you? Oh well, oh well. I didn't have high hopes, I guess. Then I did this picture of a girl that was an owl, and she was sleepy because there's a rooster saying cock-a-doodle-doo and it's daytime, and she's like, man, I just want to sleep. I remember spending weeks on this picture because coloring took so long. Does this look like it took weeks to color? No. Did it? Yes. Then this is original character for, again, my story with Mio. This was the boy. He is unique looking. I don't know what else to say about him. Then this is fan art for a graphic novel called Awkward. It was like my favorite book growing up. I still think it's a very cute book. So I decided to draw the main character, and again, this peace sign is very cursed. I drew peace signs like this for a long time. And then I made fan art of Sakura and Sharon, and it was supposed to be her. She's like holding an ice cream cone, I don't know if you can tell, and dropping it, and he's like, oh no! And I say, oh no, when I look at this drawing, and I hated how it looked, so I decided to quit it, so I never finished this picture. Then I drew nothing on this side. Then I drew a woman, and there's like a wave, and she's like turning away from it and like being all mystical. And this picture is really bad. I don't know why. Every time I look at it, I wince because I know that I thought it was so cool, but there's just so much about it that is so weird. Like the way she's posed looks so unnatural that it's just like, ugh, what's going on? At least that's how I feel about it. Then I drew this girl, and she's like, oh my, it's taped together, wait. And she's like, I have lots of dreams, and she's like daydreaming about a puppy and a kitten and earrings and a flower and random stuff. This girl wants a lot of things, but the one thing she didn't ask for that she needed is a face that's not falling off. I mean, look at this eye. What's going on? Then I drew this steampunk themed girl, and I know it's hard to see because I don't know if I exactly finished this, I guess, but it doesn't look as finished as most of my pictures at the time, so I don't think I really liked it much. I understand why I didn't like it much. I usually didn't like pictures much when I made their hair spiky anyways. I don't know why I tried so many times. Then I drew this cat girl that's super excited. She's like, I can't wait! And the reason for that is because I had been told by my parents that they got a like Apple Pencil or like a digital drawing pencil, and I couldn't wait to do digital art because I thought it would mean that my art becomes perfect automatically, which is not what happened, but it's what I expected to happen, and I was so excited. So I drew this girl being super excited about it because I was. Then it became like this. I love the contrast. It's like a girl being like, I can't wait, and then a girl just sobbing with rain. She's really sad. I don't know what inspired this picture. I think I just wanted to draw something really dramatic, and I wanted to draw a lot of rain, and I remember this drawing all this rain took me like an hour. Yeah, it took me a very long time. I don't know why it took me that long, but it did. Then I drew this girl dropping her ice cream. I guess I really like drawing people dropping ice cream cones. And this is supposed to be her older sister being like, oh no, you're gonna drop your ice cream cone. Her older sister is so unique looking. I mean, her arm is literally made out of spaghetti, just like her little sister. What is going on? Oh man, I don't know. Also, I don't know what this is supposed to be with her shirt. Like, is it a stripe? I don't know. And then I got this weird idea to make a girl like standing, and then there's like fruits and vegetables floating. I don't know what inspired it. I don't know why. I just was like, oh yeah, I should draw that. That'd be pretty cool. And then, you know, there's this hand. It's literally like 3 bumps. I don't know what's happening. But the picture itself is so weird because of the idea of just floating fruits and vegetables for no reason. Then I made a girl that's supposed to be, I remember she was supposed to be like a secretary, and she's like really serious. She kind of looks like an android, and I don't remember if she was supposed to be also an android, but she's giving me that vibe. Also, I didn't even try out the hands here. You can tell, look, they're here. Then I drew this girl, and it's like really dramatic, and she's like shaking, and she has this painting back here that looks the same as her, and she's just mirroring the same thing, and it's like all supposed to be creepy or something was my idea for it. I was like, oh, I'll make something cool and like kind of scary, and then I was just like, oh well, that's too scary, so I should draw a cat and a bird feeder. So everybody, if you were feeling worried like that was too scary for you, now you see a cat and a bird feeder, so it's okay, right? It's okay. I know, it's fine. Oh, pages are taped again. Oh no, spoilers. Okay. Then I drew this girl, and she's like throwing away a love letter, and it's all these feelings, like when she was happy by his side, and then when she was crying in a pillow, and other stuff. I don't know. I just thought of the idea of doing a picture that was based on like a whole made up story that I only made for a drawing, like not a real story. It was such a good idea that I had to do it. Also, what is her hair clip? Is that a tooth? I don't know. Then I drew this girl and she's like touching a magical portal. And again, I didn't try on the hands or the body at all. I mean, what is this body? I think it looks even worse on camera. Oh my goodness, what is this? Okay, and then I drew these girls and they're just running. I think I keep saying, okay, and then I drew this girl/girls. Yeah, I mostly only drew girls. I know it was inspired by Precure. This was inspired by one girl from Precure, but I forget her name right now. I want to say Kira, but I'm pretty sure that's wrong. It's a different one. Hinata? Yes, it's Hinata. And that was my idea. Then I drew rain again. This took me about an hour again. And this one is a little girl pretending to be a duck and the duck in the rain. Honestly, concept-wise, this picture is pretty cute. I feel like I could redraw it completely. Like if I just did a completely different thing with this little concept of a girl and a duck in the rain, it would be cute. Then there's this girl looking at her watch, and there's like a toy shop in the background, and she's all fashionable. She has like this bunny purse and stuff. I remember that I sent this one to my aunt, and she told me that it looked pretty cute, and I was like, wow, I'm amazing at drawing. I was very cocky about this illustration. Then we have this girl. I was also very proud of this. She's like, there's like a giant tornado whirlpool behind her, and she's like, look, there's water in her hands, and it's very, very interesting. Look how small her hands are. I mean, they're like the size of her eye, but her eyes aren't that big. So it's like, it's a really weird picture with a lot of things. But at the time, I thought that I was doing super, super good. So, you know, at least I was happy with my art. Then I decided to try to practice doing side profiles. So first I did this thing from a how to draw book, and then I decided to try to draw my own original character, Mio, and this doesn't look that bad. It's definitely not good, but I still can't draw side profiles that good even now, so whatever. Also, I love how in this video, my hands get progressively more and more covered in like pencil. Like, cause these pictures I use so much dark pencil, you can see. Oh no, it keeps getting worse. But anyways, this picture was like my absolute favorite for so long of a girl in the snow. To be honest, I think that it still has a really cute vibe. Like you can feel how hard I worked on it and the feeling that the picture is trying to get across. So I can see why I was so happy with it. Then following that great success, I decided to try to draw a girl kissing a snowman and that snowman blushing about it and like starting to melt. Her side face of kissing him looks like a horse melting into him. But it was an attempt, and I don't know why she's kissing a snowman anyways. I don't know. Then I just drew this girl. She is literally just this girl. There's literally nothing else to it. It's just literally a girl. Then it was almost my birthday, so I decided to draw a girl, and it's almost her birthday, or I guess it's actually her birthday. And she was in a dress that my mom gave me, because I love that dress and I was planning on wearing it for my birthday, so I wanted to draw a girl wearing it. But this girl isn't actually supposed to be me. She's just supposed to be a birthday girl, as her crown says. You can see it says birthday girl. So yeah. Here we have a girl sitting on a couch that is fuzzy, and there are 4 cats with her, and that is because I was gifted, me and my sister, and I think brother Chu were gifted this toy couch that had cats on it, and I thought it'd be a cute idea to draw something like that, so I did. Then I drew a girl that's like a sailor. She's on a boat, and she's like, let's go forward, with her really, really, really questionably tiny hands. And also I didn't want to draw the other hand, so I hid it behind her back, but it makes for such a weird pose. Like, what is she doing? Also, her hat is not even in the middle of her head at all, and that was not on purpose. Then a girl with really messy hair brushing in and being angry. Yeah. Then a girl running, and this was based on an illustration from a how to draw book. I kind of just copied it and then changed the character and added a keychain of, I assume that's supposed to be a bear. My style was changing a lot at this time. Like, if you look at this compared to like the earlier illustrations in here. So I was trying to get a new style And honestly, I mean, it was kind of better, but sometimes it was really weird. Like, this was a girl crying and there's like waves behind her, and I copied this. I think I actually traced this digitally for a picture of my OC Asano. I'll put it on screen. So yeah, I reused that. Then I drew a ghost girl. That was the idea for this. Yeah, I just pretty much smudged it, and that's what made her apparently creepy. And I drew a moon by smudging. Then I drew a girl with an earring putting on her singular earring, and I thought it was so cool that it was like only half of the page. Yeah. I like the concept of the only half of the page, but there's a lot of problems with the face and the head and the hands and everything, but it's okay, it's okay. I was trying my very best, and I'm happy for my old self that she was so happy with this. Then I was trying to draw Shiryuki and Zen from Snow with Red Hair. I'll try to put this scene up on screen that I was trying to draw, but I hated the way Zen was looking, so I gave up on it, so too bad. Then I was going to draw this girl for 4th of July, and again, I hated how it looked. I made her eyelashes way too thick, like her closed eyes are humongous, and so again, I gave up on it. Then next I drew this girl that I always said reminded me of egg yolks because I had done her eyes in like this color, but then everything else was sort of egg yolk themed besides this heart. Like the color of her hair kind of looks like egg, and then the background shading, and then the shirt, I don't know, it's just giving me egg yolk, and I decided to go with it. And you know, it's progressively getting darker and darker as I film this. So then I drew a bunch of sweets for summer. So I drew like ice cream, soda, and then I drew a sandcastle, watermelon, sunglasses, and lots of other stuff that are very hard to see because I drew very, very lightly. Then there is this girl, and I went all out with this picture. So I decided to make her hair literally like 3-toned. So I had like this darker purple, this brighter color, and then this lighter purple. Then I had also made her eyes have gradients, which honestly, the eye gradient is still kind of pretty. Then I did this super dark shadowing behind her, but I thought that this like really dark and like also at the same time really vibrant, it's just like this overpowering shadow is too much on the picture. So I decided to redraw it later to try to save it, and this is what I had done. This picture is okay, it's not good. Honestly, I think this picture might be better, but I tried my best. Also, I do want to say that it's funny how this white pops up so much better on screen than the brown. Like, I wish that the sketchbook was not a brown one because I feel like every bit of the footage is getting a little bit dark, but it's okay. Also, the date, this was in 2021, so if you've been paying attention to the date at the top, if you can even read it, it keeps getting like more and more close to the actual time we're in right now. Then I drew this girl with a bouquet, and I really loved my art style here. I thought that it was so cute, and this is a unique thumb and a unique finger in general. Then a girl and her sister, and this girl has an ice cream cone. I told you I really like drawing ice cream cones. I had done this with these like fine liners, and I had tried my best. I was nervous to use a pen. I think the result, obviously the picture is very outdated, and I can draw a lot better than that now, but I was doing my best, and I'm happy with myself for that at least. Also, I think that she does look kind of sweet. Like, if you look at her face, she kind of does look very kind, doesn't she? Then this was for a story I was making. It was called Hikari, I think, and it was a girl and a guy, like, putting their hands together and making a heart. Then there was this girl, and her neck is really long, and she is really unique, but I thought this picture was just as good as anything I saw online. Then this girl who was holding a drink, which I later redrew this to turn this into a Starbucks drink. I don't know where the picture is right now, but I did redraw this later because I did think that the pose and like the way I had done the neck wasn't completely accurate, and my friend had given me some suggestions, so I remade it later to make it look a little bit better. And I drew this girl who is pretty hard to see, but she's just a fancy princess-like character. And then a head with a question mark that I didn't finish because I'm pretty sure I didn't like it. Then we are almost to the end, guys, almost there. So I drew these random girls, this girl like humph and all angry, and then this girl doing a peace sign, which, I mean, that's not the right hand, wait. It's still not good, but it's a lot better than my earlier peace sign. So that's probably the nicest like character development through this sketchbook. If you look back at my old peace signs versus this, I had gotten a lot better as time went on, and the peace signs look a lot more like peace signs. Like here's where it was earlier on, Here's what it looks like now. Then we have the final page, and that is anime eyes. So I just did a bunch of anime eyes. These are interesting. I think this one looks the best, but they look like early 2000s and older anime style that I was mostly copying. And as you can see, you might be confused. Wait, but there's still this much of the sketchbook left. What do you mean? I didn't draw on the rest of it. That is because I quit this sketchbook because I got tired of the brown paper. However, I did my best and I filled up as much as I could, and I always count this sketchbook when I think about it as a finished sketchbook, not as an unfinished one, because I finished as much as I wanted. I know that doesn't count as a completed sketchbook, but still, I did my best, and back then I had a lot of fun filling it up as much as I did, and now I moved on to different sketchbooks and a different art style, but the sketchbook was still fun back then, and comment below if you think that I should, for some reason, actually try to finish the sketchbook that I made when I was so much younger. And again, thank you so much for 600 subscribers and for watching this video. It means so much to me. Okay now, bye!